Good morning, student. Today I am going to teach you the different types of lines in engineering graphics. Okay, so in engineering graphics we have to deal with different types of lines for drawing the different objects. Okay, initially we have studied about two types of lines only: a outline, which is a dark line, and faint line, which is a construction line. For constructing any figure, we need to draw the construction line, and to show the detailed features, outline, boundary of that part, we need the dark line. Okay, but these lines are not sufficient to describe or to give the details of different objects. So for that we need another lines, different lines, and that we need to understand first before actually drawing the different objects. So in today's video I am going to give you the idea about different types of lines. So let's see what are the different types of lines are. Okay, so first line is your outline. Okay, that you have learned. Okay, outline is a line which is used to show the boundary of the object. Now we have three-dimensional view of this object, and we have two-dimensional orthographic view of this object. Okay, now this is the top view of the object, observing from top direction, this direction. Okay, and this is the front view. This is the front view of the object in two-dimensional. Observing from this side is the front view, and observing from top, this is the top view of the object. Now for drawing the front view, top view, and isometric view, that is three-dimensional view, this is 3D view, these are the 2D view of the object, we need different types of lines. Okay, so first line is the outline. For drawing the outline we need to use the H pencil, and you will have to apply the medium hand pressure. Okay, for drawing the outline. These all are the outlines. Okay, these all are the outlines. Okay, to show the boundary. So here also in two-dimensional, these are the outlines. Okay, so by using outline you will have to show the outer boundary of the object. Now next type of line, I taught you about that construction line, but which is not mentioned over here, that is construction line. Construction lines are for showing the for constructing the figure. Before actually drawing the figure, we need to draw some layouts. So for that purpose we have to use the construction line. So these are the construction lines. Okay, now next line is dotted or hidden line. Dotted or hidden line. Now what is the use of this dotted or hidden line? The dotted or hidden line is like that, dash 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 dash. You will have to use the H pencil for drawing this line, and you will have to apply the medium hand pressure. Okay, now here I want to show you the dotted line or dash hidden line. So this is the hidden line. Okay, this is also the hidden line. Why the hidden line we have to use? Now see here, now in this object, this is the hole. Okay, hole inside this object, these are the holes. Okay, now observing from this direction, okay, like in this view, okay, observing from this direction, it is not possible to visualize this hole. Okay, it is not possible, we cannot see from this direction. So but the hole is there. To show the existence of that hole, we need to apply here the dotted line. Okay, for showing the boundary, that wall of the that internal hole. Okay, so that's why you have to apply here the dotted line. Also we are observing from this direction, and this space, okay, this vacant space we cannot see from this direction, but it is there. To show that vacant place, you will have to draw the dotted line here. Okay, so this is the use of dotted line. Hidden, to show the hidden backside of the object, if there are edges on backside of the object, and that for showing that edges or showing that holes, okay, we will have to use the dotted line. Now next line is your center line. Now center line or axis line, the center line should be drawn like that, one big dash, then dot, big dash, then dot, like that. You will have to draw the center line. Now center line is useful for drawing, it is used to draw the, to show the center of the circle. If this is a hole, okay, to show the center of this hole or a circle, you need to draw the dotted line. Okay, now this is not only the use of the dotted line, you will have to draw the for showing the symmetry of the object. Now this show this object is symmetrical, observing from top, this object is symmetrical, this is the top view, this object is symmetrical about this axis. So okay, to show the symmetry of this object, we can use the dotted line, we can use the dotted line. Okay, to show the symmetry of the object, we have to use the dotted line, and to show the center of the circle, we need to use the dotted line. Here also, this is the front view, observing from this direction, this is the front view. To show the center of this circle, we have to use the dotted line here also. Okay, now here the axis of this hole you will have to represent. For representing that one, again we have to use the center line. Okay, so this is the use of center line. Now cutting plane line. Now this is very important line. Now the next line is our cutting plane line. Now cutting plane line is quite a bit similar to the center line. You know how to draw the center line, dash dot dash dot, but the only difference in between the cutting plane line and the center line is that in case of cutting plane line, the ends of that cutting plane line is little bit darker. Okay, is little bit, we will have to make the ends of that cutting plane line little darker than the center line. Okay, and the use of the cutting plane line is to represent the line from which we are actually cutting the part. Now in this case, this is the cutting plane line, this is your cutting plane line. Okay, it's just like a center line up to this portion, but at the ends we will have to make the dark. Okay, we have to make the thick portion, okay, to represent the cutting plane line. And this line is useful to represent the line from which we are actually cutting the part. Okay, so here we are cutting the part from this line. Now you can easily observe from this view. Okay, so this is the cutting plane line. Okay, and from here we are cutting the parts, and upper portion we will have to remove. Okay, after removing upper portion, if you observe from the top, you will get the portion like that. So this line represents the cutting edge, okay, or cutting line. Okay, so that line is a cutting plane line. Now the next line is the short break line. Now short break line, now observe this figure. Okay, so this is the slide way, or you can say that the guide ways in this figure. Now in this figure, if you have to show the internal feature of the part, and if you are cutting some front part of the object, then in that case you will have to show that cut portion by using the short break line, Okay, now the next line is your long break line. Long break line is useful to show the connectivity or connected parts. If the pipe is there, okay, to show that pipe from this portion, one building to other building, then no need to draw that entire part. You can show the long break line by showing the long break line, that is by showing the long break symbol, we can easily represent that these are the connecting parts. Okay, so for that purpose you will have to use the long break line. Now the next line is your section line or hatching. Okay, now these are the hatching lines. This is the hatching line. Now see, hatching line is useful where to show the material cut in the object, in the view. Okay, now see here, by using cutting plane we cut this portion. Okay, we have we cut this portion from here and upper portion is removed, and after observing from top, here the material cut is there. The material is removed from here. Okay, here because of the hole the material is not removed. Okay, here the material cut is there. Here there is no material cut. Here also there is no material cut, but here the material cut is there to show that cut portion, material, that you have to use this hatching line. And the important feature of the hatching line is that hatching line should be inclined 45 degree. The angle of that hatching line should be 45 degree with the reference line. We can take the reference line, that bottom line, this bottom line as a reference line, or you can choose the other line also. But to that reference line, that hatching line should be inclined at an angle of 45 degree. And one more point is there, the distance between two hatching lines should be not more than 1 to 2 mm. That should not be exceed to 1 to 2 mm. So these are the some important things for the hatching line. And hatching line you will have to use for showing the material cut. Okay, that you should note, you should be aware of. Okay, now the next is your extension or dimension line. Extension or dimension line. Now here see, this is in this we will have to, in figure or object, we need to show the dimensions of that particular part or object. So for showing the dimension we need extension line and dimension line. So in this case, look at here, in this case these are the extension line. Okay, these two are the extension line. Okay, and this is the dimension line. This is the dimension line, and dimension, at the end of the dimension line we will have to place arrowheads. Okay, to show the dimensions. Okay, now next is your arrowhead. So arrowhead should be like that. Now arrowhead should not be a triangular part, it should be it should be like that. I am showing here, the arrowhead should be, okay, you have to do like that, and it should not be triangle, it should be like that. So these are some important lines that we need to use during the drawing of the different object for making that drawing effective. And so thank you very much. That's all for today. I will come with another video, okay, of some another topic. Thank you very much.